Hi, my name is Alex de Vivo, and welcome to my channel, Reviews con Alex de Vivo. In this channel, I'll be giving you my opinions, my thoughts on three of my passions: movies, football, real football, and video games. Everything that I say on these videos are totally subjective. These are just my opinions, my thoughts, how I feel. So please keep that in mind. Everything is pure entertainment, and don't take me serious. Now, that being said, if you are one of those people that hate other people just because they don't share your own opinions, feelings, thoughts, then please don't watch this video because I don't want to hurt your feelings. Now, please don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, and share it with your friends. Thank you. Hi, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'll be talking about what I believe is the biggest movie disappointment of the year. And that movie is Disclosure Day by Steven Spielberg. But first, as a filmmaker, actor, writer, and producer, because I produce my own short films, I would like to talk about other topics before I tell you why I believe this is the biggest disappointment in movies as of today or for this year. First, let's talk about cinematography. The cinematography was amazing. I mean, the least expected. It was a Steven Spielberg film. The use of lighting, especially on the low light scenes. The contrast was beautiful. At the beginning of the film, one of the main characters, played by Josh O'Connor, I think it's his name, and his girlfriend, played by Eve Hewson, were hiding from this corporation, this group of people that were after them. They were hiding inside a motel, and I really love that contrast between the shadow, dark areas, and the bright parts of the area, of the scene. It looked amazing. Later in the film, those two same characters are hiding inside a abandoned house, and how the light beams came through the window. I don't know if it was a practical light or practical light or a tea light, but it looked amazing. I love low light scenes. If you can tell, like, I'm only using practical lights here. The lenses in this film were beautiful as well. The image was beautiful. I saw a lot of flaring in many scenes caused by the lens, obviously. I don't know if they used anamorphic lenses. They probably weren't anamorphic lenses. But flaring, for the people that don't know, is something like this. These lenses that I'm using are anamorphic. So this is what this is what flaring is. You see how the lights, the effect that causes to the light. I really like that. On the film, it wasn't as long, the effect. It was smaller, but that is caused by some Cine lenses. It's more pronounced in, I don't know if that's the right word, pronounced. Yeah, but I mean, you can see it more in some lenses than in others. Of course, camera directions, amazing. Again, it's a Steven Spielberg film, amazing director. Many scenes had a lot of amazing camera direction, especially the car chasing scenes. beautiful. In overall, the cinematography was beautiful. There was something that I didn't like about this film, and it was the music, the background music. I felt they had like this 80s, 50s, 60 vibe, and you could hear it a lot. And sometimes in many scenes, I felt it was a little bit off. It wasn't, yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the background music. But I do want to mention that the score was made by John Williams, who he's a master at this. I mean, he's the GOAT at this. He has made the score for many, many of the best movies in history. Jurassic Park, Jaws, E.T., Star Wars, Indiana Jones, just to name a few. Acting, great acting. All the actors were British. I don't know what they give their actors over there in England. I mean, these English actors are amazing. All of them. All of the British actors are amazing. I mean, they're really good. I mean, Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, Colin Firth. I think Coleman Domingo is even, he's British as well. I'm not sure about this, but I think he is. I wouldn't be surprised if I would be surprised if he isn't. So yeah, amazing acting. They're not gonna be nominated for an Oscar for this because the screenplay, the story, the dialogue wasn't written for this, for like Oscar worthy. But they maybe win in another category, but not in acting. I don't think so. Okay, now let's talk about what I think is the most important thing in a movie, and that's the story. And that's where this movie failed miserably. Really bad story. Really bad. I'm sorry, Mr. Spielberg, but it was really bad. I mean, I didn't like the fact that Emily Blunt's character has superpowers, and she hypnotizes everybody. Basically, I also didn't like the fact that Colin Firth's character also had superpowers when he had like this stone that he hold in his hand, and they put some things here in his forehead, and then with holding the stone that he got from the aliens, I suppose. I don't know how he got it from the aliens. If they did mention that on the film, I didn't heard that part because the story was so boring. I missed that part. But okay, he was holding this. He hold this stone in his hand, and then holding that stone in his hand, he can teletransport to other places and control other people. I didn't like that either. The other thing that I did not like in this film was that Emily Blunt's character achieves her objective, her goal, way too easy. Way too easy. Every time she shows up to wherever she wants to go, she hypnotizes everybody, and they let her through. Very easy. Because one of the powers that she has is she looks straight in your eyes, and then you see her as someone that you love, and you think it's your loved one talking to you, so you let her through. I didn't like that. I don't know. Another thing that I didn't like was that because the fact that Emily Blunt's character gets away with her objective so easy, then you don't feel the sense of suspense or thriller or anything like that. And the bad guys weren't bad. They weren't that mean. I would have made someone more meaner, more badder, so that you create more suspense, thriller, a more grounded story. I mean, I don't know. I never felt any suspense or thriller or emotion or anything like that. So yeah, that's why it failed miserably, in my opinion. I would have, if you're asking me, I'm going to give you my opinion. I would have gone in a different route completely. I can't give you like a different story right now because I haven't thought about it that much. But really quick, no superpowers, more suspense, more thriller, a more meaner bad guys, a more grounded story. Explain why Emily Blunt's character and Josh O'Connor characters were the chosen one. I don't know. I mean, yeah. But there's something I did like, and that was the end. Before the end. When, right before the end. Right before the ending. Sorry about my English. Excusez-moi. When Emily Blunt's character discloses the evidence of alien life to the entire world. That's really nice. Seeing all those archive footage, seeing the little aliens walking next to people, their space flying, how's it called? Yeah. They're how does it call that? Space. They're flying machines crashing to the ground. You see the little alien, like you see footage from the 80s, the 30s, the 40s, the 70s. Everything that was disclosed, hidden from the people. That I really like that because I am a believer of aliens. I know there are aliens. It's very naive today to think we are the only ones in this universe. And it's not a fact, it's not a matter of if, but when will this happen in real life? That would be really interesting. That's why I found the last part of the film really interesting. So really quick before I go, should you watch it in a movie theater? No. Should you watch this movie at home? Would I recommend it? No. Now, that being said, Mr. Spielberg, you do owe me $41.04. That's what I paid at the movie theater. And that's not even including the tickets. That's only the popcorn, the chicken tenders, and a soda. But I'm just kidding, Mr. Spielberg. You really don't owe me that $41.04. Because here, if anyone owes anyone something, it's me to you. And I'll tell you why. I owe you the happiness, the joyfulness, the tears, and the inspirations that your movies has brought to me and to many millions of people around the world. Not this movie though, your other movies. Movies like Indiana Jones, Jaws, Schindler's List, and what I believe the best movie ever made, Jurassic Park. Just for those films, I want to thank you. Mil gracias. Obrigado. Grazie mille. Merci beaucoup. Danke. Thank you, Mr. Steven Spielberg, for making movies, because these feelings that you make us feel can only be felt through movies. So, salute to that, my friend. Thank you for watching this. Please don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, and share this with your friends. Bye-bye.